Car collecting is an expensive hobby to say the least. Only the richest can partake in it. Jay Leno, Jerry Seinfeld, and the late Paul Walker all come to mind. But there's one man out there whose car collection makes these celebs look like amateurs. That man is Hassan al-Bolkiah, the Sultan of Brunei. Reports put his car collection at 7,000 cars. Oh, and these ain't run-of-the-mill family sedans. The Sultan collects cars by Aston Martin, Bentley, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Mercedes, Porsche, and Rolls-Royce, just to name a few. Hey, it's good to be the king. Time to take a drive through the garage of the Sultan of Brunei. Start your engines. Hassan al-Bolkiah is the Sultan of Brunei, a small nation in the northwest corner of Borneo. He is known for his lavish lifestyle, courtesy of his incredible net worth, an estimated $28 billion at the time of writing this video. Yeah, he's the head honcho. And boy does he live like it. Mr. Bolkiah has one of the most incredible car collections in the entire world, with varying reports of just how many cars he has locked away. The lowest reported number of cars has been 2,000, but 2,500, 5,000, and even all the way up to 7,000 vehicles have been reportedly seen by journalists. How is the number so varied? Well, get this. So few people outside of the Sultan's family and close circle have actually seen the collection that when someone like a journalist does get a chance to look around, they don't know if they've seen all of the cars or just a single warehouse. On top of that, the Sultan himself may not even be sure of exactly what he has housed away, as many of the cars were bought by his brothers, nephews, and his sons. In fact, it is reported that the majority of the collection was purchased by his youngest brother, Prince Jeffrey, who also happened to double as the Minister of Finance. That's where all the money went. Keeping all these purchases in the family may very well be the reason that there is no formal paper trail of exactly what was bought, when, and for how much. This collection is shrouded in mystery, folks. But we've got a few facts about it that have come to light that are sure to leave your jaw on the floor. First off, there are records that show Prince Jeffrey spent an astonishing $475 million at Rolls-Royce. And that's just one of the dealerships where the royal family got their cars. Check out these stats. Inside the Sultan's collection are 600 Rolls-Royces, 550 Ferraris, and over 380 Bentleys. These insane numbers are due to the fact that when the Sultan would collect a type of car, it was not uncommon that he would purchase hundreds of the same model. In fact, journalist Richard Bayer, who reported on the collection, went on record stating, if they liked a particular suit, they'd buy 100 at a clip, all in the same color. To put this amount of cars in perspective, if there are indeed the reported 7,000 cars locked away in the warehouse, then you would be looking at 20 miles of cars lined up bumper to bumper. This is no small collection, folks, and it wasn't cheap either. Reports also put the collection's worth at $5 billion. Hey, makes sense. The Sultan was a lover of only the finest vehicles, and those add up quickly. Black on black seemed to be the Sultan's color scheme of choice, but many times, cars would be bought in the hundreds, all in the same color. But here's where the story of this collection gets a bit, well, unfortunate. See, the Sultan and his family ran into some financial troubles a few years back, and what was once a fully air-conditioned, well-maintained facility is now a humid, employee-free warehouse. The cars are slowly but surely losing their splendor, and it is reported that at the bare minimum, the cars would need new seals and hoses replaced on every car. And that's assuming that everything else is intact. Still more accounts of the current state of the collection tell tales of melting steering wheels. In total, it's been just about 18 years since the cars were well cared for. Wondering if you could purchase some of the cars off the Sultan's hands? Well, hope you like cars that are right-hand drive and are willing to have the cars shipped out of the country. Basically, what we're saying is, this collection is there to stay. Okay, we know why you're here. You want to hear about some of the most crazy, top-of-the-line rides that are now collecting dust in the Sultan's collection. Oh, don't you worry. We got you. Here's a look at our favorite rides found inside and how much they cost. The Sultan has a Ferrari F40, of which only 1,300 models were ever produced. Ever. The initial price for this speed machine was $400,000, but down the line, it wasn't uncommon for collectors to pick up one for over $1 million. And the Sultan didn't make it easy to get one, as he bought many. Next, we want to show you the Sultan's BMW Nazca M12. It's a concept car that was made in 1991 with a V12 engine, 295 horsepower, and top speeds of 180 miles per hour. But again, this was a concept car. There weren't any on the market, but the Sultan commissioned one from BMW. And now this roadster is worth $1.1 million to $3 million. The Sultan's Lamborghini Huracan is sure to turn some heads, mainly because of its rarity. Only 791 people own one of these beautiful $81,028 machines. Commonly, they are seen in their signature yellow, but it's reported that the Sultan's, his, is gray. But we'll have to confirm that the next time we are invited to his warehouse. Another concept car owned by the Sultan is his Ferrari Mythos. It probably comes as no surprise that the Sultan owns 2 of these cars that are not for sale by the public. Their top speeds, 180 miles per hour. Because this sports car was made in the 1980s, we can tell you a comparable price, considering getting the actual price is just about impossible. The 1989 Porsche 911 should suffice, and they go for anywhere between $84,980 and $239,000. We've got yet another Ferrari for you, and this one is the Ferrari F50. Only 349 were ever produced, and under the hood you'll find a 4.7-liter V12 engine with 514 horsepower. Top speeds? Yeah, that's 201 miles per hour. If you want one, get ready to pay for it. They go for $480,000. Wow. Here's a car you don't see every day unless you are strolling around the Sultan's collection. It's the LeBlanc Mirabeau, a $765,000 ride. It's a supercar that is street legal, can top out at speeds of 230 miles per hour, and has a 4.7-liter V8 engine, which will give you 700 horsepower. Arguably the Sultan's most iconic ride is his Rolls-Royce Phantom II Continental, Star of India. This literal one-of-a-kind machine was the ride of choice for the Sultan's wedding day, and to say he went all out is an understatement. He covered the car with gold, which, as you can imagine, upped its price tag to $14 million. Hey, if that doesn't say I love you to your new wife, we don't know what does. We're wrapping up our list with the Sultan's Dower 962 Le Mans. It's got a pretty hefty price tag at $853,000, but man, is it worth every penny. It's got a 3-liter twin-turbocharged engine, 730 horsepower, and a top speed of 251 miles per hour. It can also go 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.8 seconds. What else can we tell you about this already amazing supercar? There were only 13 ever produced. Ever. Bet the Sultan is glad he got his hands on one. And that just about does it for the Sultan's car collection. But before we head out, we want to leave you with this final bit of info that will surely put this car collection in perspective. We all know Jay Leno is an unabashed motorhead, but his car collection is only 181 cars and 160 motorcycles. Seems kinda small next to the Sultan's, huh? He keeps it next to the Burbank Airport and purchases these collectibles with his fortune of $450 million. We'll see you next time, right here on The Richest.